Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday night. AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. You got the super team of sports talk here with y'all tonight. Y'all know what it is. I'm one half of it. The Black Dominican, the Russian, known as Diego Barishnikov, east side of Atlanta. Along here with my other main man, my partner in crime. Down like four flats. 6 foot and under post-up champ. Y'all know who he is.
What's good, good people? It's the other A&AA Sports Uncle Hate here on a Tuesday, the start of the baseball playoffs. It's a wonderful time of year. NFL, football, playoffs in baseball, basketball getting started. Good time of year. What's good with you?
All right, man, I can't call it just like that. I mean, blink of an eye. Quarter of the season, NFL season, gone. Just like that.
Yeah, I was going to get with you. We're going to do our first quarter awards on Thursday night.
First quarter.
Surprises. You know, who looks good, who ain't shit. Funny money. We're going to do a few of those on Thursday nights. This Thursday at least.
Okay. No doubt. Y'all know how we do. We here to give y'all a week. Shit, what week was this? Yeah, week 4 recap. We're gonna go over. We're gonna highlight 4 or 5 games like we do from week to week. We're gonna touch on some other NBA and NFL tidbits. We got our Power 5 ranking coming up later on in the show, and we got our Champs and Chumps weekly awards there, along with Piss to Bed and Who Was the Savages of the Week. So starting right on off, just like we like to do. Y'all know what time it is in the club. Free before 10 with y'all broke asses. That's right. Pull that E and J up. It is open bar. And on a serious note tonight, open bar tonight is going to be dedicated. Everybody, raise a glass real quick to the numerous victims. I think the last time I checked, unfortunately, the death count had reached, I think, about 59.
Damn.
With over 500 people injured in this Las Vegas shooting on the Strip by Mandalay Bay, I believe it was it Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Crazy times we living in. This motherfucker was in a hotel room on 32nd, 33rd floor, just shooting into a crowd of people. Had a shitload of guns in the hotel room. They found even more at his crib. Very sad, unfortunate incident.
Yeah, man. Ain't none of that shit called for. Crazy, crazy times we live in. That right there, people, is what you call terrorism. And that was at home domestic terrorism. That wasn't far away. Fucked up, man. Sorry for all those families who lost.
Absolutely. To jump right on into, there's really no way to segue into something else from that. But we're gonna try. We're gonna go ahead and go to our week 4. Damn, what time going, man? Week 4 recap. So again, we're gonna run down the scores of the games from this week, and then we're gonna break down about 5 games. So we had on Thursday night we had Green Bay beating the Bears 35-14. Lost a couple key pieces in there. Ty Montgomery, Devontae Adams. Surprisingly, they both are only questionable for this week, so we're going to see how that rolls. Man,
people, Devontae Adams could have broke his damn neck Thursday. That hit did not look good.
It really didn't. I just saw before we came on the air, Trevathan's suspension got reduced to 1 game.
It should have been. That was clean.
Yeah. It was a flaggable, play. He should have been flagged on it. Maybe even a little small foul because he did drop his head. That's the main thing they want you to stop doing is don't drop your head when you're going into the hitting people with the crown of your helmet. So he was negligent as far as that goes, but I don't think it was dirty. I don't think he was trying to hit the man, nothing like that.
That ain't how he moved.
Nah, not at all. He don't have a history like that. Now, had it been that wild animal Burfict,
he'd have got 5. Man, they had to put that boy on the stretcher to carry him out that game. If that was Vontaze Burfict, man, he might have caught the rest of the year.
I was going to say the rest of the year for 5 games. You know how, yeah.
I had to remember who we were talking about. So. Something else was lost Thursday, too.
What's that?
Something else was lost in that game last Thursday, too. Mike Glennon finally lost his damn job.
Yeah. So,
Hey, but he's winning at life though. He's getting like what, 16 million to hold a clipboard this year.
Mike Glennon is the new Matt Flynn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if y'all remember back, Matt Flynn got that big payday from Seattle after having like 2 good games with Green Bay.
Give or take.
You know, you got to pay him all that money. Then they decided, we're gonna draft Russell Wilson.
And Russell was supposed to be the backup. He couldn't even beat out a 3rd round pick in camp, and you got to pay that.
Yeah,
that says a lot. Is he even in the league anymore?
Matt Flynn, nah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's rich. He won it life.
He did. Rolling through the rest of these games real quick. We had Buffalo coming in, and if you want to call it a steal, a trap game, or whatever, but came in, beat Atlanta at home 23-17. Atlanta had some injuries, major injuries. Sanu, Julio Jones, big weapons on the outside that were that they were without. We're gonna get into that in a minute because that's one of our games. We're gonna go a little further into the breakdown on. Carolina going up to New England, beating the Patriots 33-30. I see you. New Orleans went over to London and stumped a mud hole in the Dolphins 20-0. I took an L on that. Cincinnati beating the Browns 31-7. The LA Rams, people, they may just be for real. 35-30. Again, going on the road, young quarterback, getting the job done on the road, 35-30 against the Cowboys. Detroit Lions, ugly game, 14-7, but they pulled it out against the Vikings. Jacksonville, what you doing, man? Y'all lost to the Jets. The Jets on a 2-game win streak. What the hell is going on?
They can't even tank right.
Jets won 23-20. Pittsburgh 26-9 over Baltimore. Houston, we're talking about stuff in the mud hole. I think Houston let all the frustration out from the hurricane and all of that. They just let out a can of whoop ass on Tennessee.
What that boy Bomani be saying? Beat them down.
Beat them down. 57-14. My Niners came up short in overtime. 15. Arizona won 18-15. Yeah, we so close, but so far away from that first W. The Eagles going in and pulled out a squeaker against the Chargers. The Chargers, yet again, losing another game with less than 5-point difference. 26-24, they fall to the Eagles. Tampa Bay pulling out win over the Giants at home on the last-second field goal, 25-23. Just when you thought the Giants were going to get their first win, no cigar. Oakland actually loses to Denver 16-10. Plethora of issues going on right there. I think that is one of the games we're going to get into as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then bringing up the rear, 46-18 Sunday night, Seattle Seahawks beat the Colts. That game was actually closer to about half of that game than it should have been.
It got out of hand in the 3rd quarter because the offensive line said, fuck this shit for the Colts.
Right. And then last night, actually a pretty good game last night. Better than I thought. Kansas City wins 23-20 over the Washington Redskins. So
should Dotson have caught that ball?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's jump on into it. I had a thought Sunday when I was watching this game with the Falcons. You know, it's almost like you can look at this season a couple ways. You can look at it where they've been winning a lot of these games they normally would lose. But the one thing that stuck out to me Sunday, they don't got manhandled. I want to say 3 out of the 4 games. Manhandled. Only thing they didn't get manhandled was Green Bay because they seem to have Green Bay's number.
Right.
But do you see that? They don't seem physical at all this year.
I don't know what you could be onto something. I hadn't looked at them in that regard until you said something, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. What was glaring to me, obviously, losing Sanu and Julio, that doesn't help.
No, I don't.
In this particular game here, and Buffalo already has a decent. They usually have a pretty good defense. Defensively, I thought that the Falcons could have done a little bit more as far as shutting Buffalo down.
2 straight games. Trufant don't look like shit. 2 straight games.
Yeah, he's looking a little shaky there. So he's gonna have to get that. He's gonna have to get that right. One thing that actually stood out to me when right there toward the end of the game, when the Falcons were trying to come back, after Julio and Sanu, they really don't have anybody. They kept trying to feed Hardy, and they kept trying to feed people over the middle, and they were not working the edges at all. And that was a big problem for them. Hardy, he looked like he only about 5'11", maybe 6 feet.
Him and Gabriel are small. They got 2 big dudes, 2 little dudes.
Well, yeah, and the 6'8" tight end they got Tololu. he's trash.
Yeah, Hooper ain't much better.
I kind of like Hooper. He's kind of athletic. I think he would do better with giving more chances. He's not really a blocker from what I've seen so far. But
Cause they made Tyrod Taylor look good Sunday.
hey man, Buffalo 3-1. They are leading the AFC East.
What the hell? We're gonna get into that on Thursday on some what we thought we knew, and what's happening. Because I didn't see this. I mean, that's 2 legit wins in a row. Beating Denver at home and going into Atlanta and winning that game. I ain't see that coming at all.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, looking at some of these numbers, I mean, Atlanta won damn near every offensive category.
Damn near.
I mean, they had the ball 72 plays to 59, 391 to 281 on total yards. But the big thing, 3 turnovers. That'll kill you. That'll kill you all day. I think one of them was a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
You can't. And the thing with national media, they're putting all that shit on Matt. A lot of them turnovers be tip balls. Them cats ain't holding on to the ball. At least 2 of them every game are tip balls. So I can't put all of that on him at all.
No, I don't think you can either. But quarterback's gonna get too much of the credit, and they're gonna take too much of the blame. That's just how I rock. Atlanta Falcons linebackers and safeties. You cannot let Charles Clay catch 5 balls for 112 yards.
Charles Clay was wide open the whole damn game. I mean, if you look at the numbers, that's over 20 yards of reception.
Yeah.
Charles Clay.
That's Gronk numbers. 5 catches over a buck. That's Gronk numbers.
And I'm telling you, man, it's goddamn what's that safety they got? The hard hitter. He got knocked out the game.
Is it Neal?
Nah, not Neal, the other one. Dion Jones or something?
He linebacker.
Okay, I'm sorry, but he left the game. But it just seemed like when you they got a lot of cats who can knock your ass out, but they can't cover. That's their main thing. And if you got True not making plays, then you in trouble. Maybe he needs to get his legs off from under him, because the last 2 weeks in the fourth quarter, he done came up small when they needed him. And if I'm not mistaken, they paid him this summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, okay, Tyrod threw for under 200 yards. He only threw the ball 20 times.
Right.
I don't see a wide receiver for Buffalo anywhere in the stat sheet.
I think they all got hurt.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how? Again, this is why you can't always look at stats. Because if you didn't watch this game, you looked at these stats, you think Atlanta won. Even with the turnovers, you think Atlanta won. Nah. They
should have won.
They were struggling the whole game.
But that this bye comes at the right time for them, though, because this is gonna help Julio. A homie of ours, we had him on the show, Coach Hammer. He been saying for years Julio can't stay healthy. He just cannot stay healthy. And this is the ebb and flow you're gonna get with him. He gonna ball a couple games, but Julio will be out there, 3-4 catches, 45 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
Is he like the most expensive decoy in the league?
I just know he got to do something about these lower extremity injuries that he keeps having. It's always something with his legs. I'm gonna have to put him in that legs made out of Twizzlers category.
You remember when we was young, man? Like, hey, you gotta get your shit together, do some push-ups or something.
He got access to all kind of supplements, all kind of herbs, and you better, hey, Julio, get it right, man. Get it right.
Something got to shake. All right, next game on our list. This might have been the trap game of the week. Trap game. I picked against my folks because there was no way after getting our ass whooped by New Orleans at home. But we went up there to Foxborough and beat the New England Patriots 33-30. Now,
go figure.
Now, looking at this game, I can sit there and say we balled out of control, we won. But at the same time, I gotta be real about it and say New England's defense is ass, people. Straight ass. It ain't been this bad long as I can remember at all.
Yeah, I think they're gonna end up being okay long term, but they got a lot of new pieces on that back end and that secondary. And that's where they having, I think, to me, the most struggling, where they're struggling at the most right now, rather.
Right.
So, I mean, if you pay Gilmore a lot of money, so far he ain't looking like he's worth it. He was worth it, but again, very short sample size. Logan Ryan gone. He's not there. That was a key piece.
Yeah.
And Malcolm Butler has not played like the Malcolm Butler that we used to. So
he hustling backwards like a big dog.
Right. So they struggling on a lot of fronts. Got rid of Chandler Jones last year. I don't think
no pass rush.
They haven't had a pass rush since they got rid of him.
Yeah. And they should have let that shit ride, man. I mean, hell, he turned himself in. He
Right.
just butt naked when he did it. Who knew?
Right. Now, Dante Hightower is still out, right?
I think he played Sunday. He played
Okay.
Sunday.
I think he's about the only piece of pass rush they got, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But they got to do better, man. I mean, at the end of the day, they just 2-2. So we'll see where they go. I'll have to go back and look at one of them preview shows when we was doing over-under as far as wins for the Patriots.
They said 14, I believe. So they would technically still be on track.
Right. Okay.
I mean, technically.
Yeah, they get it. Do you see them running the table with that defense playing like it is?
Yeah,
son.
I mean, shit. Maybe they got the two out the way to get the damn spread going. Shit, they look bad, man. Hey, I'm trying to be positive here. Shit, they look bad. But
I brought that up to say because I think we went under whatever the number we pick. I think we went under, so I think we're gonna end up being good.
Well, a couple of them jackasses said they was going undefeated.
Yeah, I knew that. And I was like, nah, stop.
That wasn't gonna happen. I mean, they don't have a run game. Your secondary ain't stopping nobody. You don't have no pass rush. Brady's throwing the ball a lot. Brady got sacked 3 times. I want to say I had the stat pulled up. I want to say he's been sacked more now than he has at least half of what he got last year already in 4 games.
I actually I pulled it up right before we came. Let's see. New England Patriots. So Brady so far has been hit. He's been hit 27 times and sacked 13 times.
Damn. 27 times. That's 40 times he's been touched.
Right, already. And if I try to go back to 16, it's going to do the whole season. So I can't really break that down right now. But that's still a lot.
That's a lot in 4 games.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, some teams up in the 30s and 40s. So.
Let me ask you this, though. Are they in any danger of not winning this division?
No. Not unless.
I like that Buffalo defense, though, cuz.
Yeah, I mean, again, they had a good first month. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, though.
Oh, no, I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid on the offense, but, well, you know what? Shit, their defense wasn't supposed to be this good. Not with what they lost. So, yeah, you're right. We'll see how it play out.
Yeah, I mean, they're 3-1. New England's 2-2. They still got to play each other.
They got to play each other, so we'll see where it goes. You know, when people been shitting on Cam this week saying, well, you know, New England's defense, but one thing I will say from that, you look at that New Orleans game, you look at the San Francisco game, you look at the Buffalo game. The passes he was supposed to make, wide open people, he wasn't making them. He made them this week. Right. I think it goes back to what folks been saying. This was basically his preseason, the first 3 games.
Exactly.
It looked like it was some zip on the ball. Folks was getting hit in stride. Let me ask you this is funny. Did Kelvin Benjamin not look 8 feet tall running against them little ass dudes in New England Sunday?
All the time, man. Kelvin Benjamin looks like a trainer when he put on his pad. He look like a damn transformer. That's why I don't
are they that small? Damn.
Sometimes I don't understand. Like, Cam, just throw the ball to Benjamin. Sometimes he goes too many stretches in games being invisible for him to be so damn big.
Big dude, man.
You know, but I would like to take credit for Cam coming out. A couple other players too. I benched some players in my fantasy league this week. Cam was one of them. Lamar Miller was another one, and they had breakout games. So for all y'all fans, you know, those teams, you know, send me some love. GoFundMe, PayPal account. You know, that was my doing. I did that.
That's how that shit go. Ain't nobody see that coming. Nah. Ain't nobody see that coming. Nah. I want to say Cam had 33 fantasy points. Ain't nobody see that shit coming. But we'll see where it goes. If they go up to Detroit, get a win, and move to 4-1. Hey, I like it this way. I like it to where everybody doubting, but we winning. I like it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be playing you don't want to peak in September anyway. You want to be playing your best ball toward the latter part of the season. So some of these teams, we seeing the best of what they're going to give us already.
Right.
Some of these teams have not rounded out in the form. So as we always say, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
And if you look at them numbers, typical New England game. I mean, we got them in first downs. We didn't get them in total plays. Got them in total yards. Red zone, we balled. New England had 7 penalties for 55 yards. One thing that was interesting to me out of this game, I saw Gronk came out complaining about the refs, and I saw Tom Brady complaining about the refs. Have you ever heard the Patriots complain about refs?
Not in press conferences. Not that I can recall off the top of my head. But that's another sign of frustration.
Yep. All day. Frustration. Hey man, just go ahead and call that boy Revis, man. Just call him. I mean, shit, he said he want to play. Call him.
Roll them dice if you want to.
Okay, this next game we about to do, this shit making me look bad because I sat on this show the preview season, and I said the New York Giants is gonna win the NFC East. Shit ain't looking too good. Oh, you took them too? Okay. Shit ain't looking too good for me right now. It ain't looking too good for me. They should have won this game. They should have won the game last week. They should be 2-2. But they found another way to lose. And OBJ had another he dislocated his finger. And I think he's on the sideline carrying on like he got shot. But
oh yeah, I did see that.
He's dramatic, fam. I mean, oh my God, he's dramatic. Shout out to that boy Jameis, man.
Bangs, man, it's the bangs.
Oh my God, I hate that shit. Shout out to that boy Jameis. Jameis looked like shit up in Minnesota last week. Threw them 3 picks. He came back this game, 22 of 38, over 300 yards, 3 TDs, no picks. That's getting it together, and that's a solid defense he played against down there against the Giants. Solid defense.
Absolutely. Speaking about the Giants, I like what I saw out of their tight end, Evan Ingram.
He's solid.
They haven't had a tight end.
Jeremy Shockey?
I can't think of nobody since then. They had Larry Donnell for like 2 or 3 games.
He was just big for no reason.
This might be the best tight end that they've had in quite a while. So he's doing some things. 11 targets. Odell had 15 targets. I want to say Brandon Marshall had between 8 and 10 targets. So
15 targets in a game? Damn.
Normally you only see if anybody gets double-digit targets. Normally it's one receiver. They got like 3 people pushing double-digit targets. That lets you go. No, they have no run game.
Their running game is ass. Nothing.
I was sitting there watching that game Sunday, and I'm like, y'all running Shane Vereen up the middle on 3rd and 2?
Okay. Who the hell is Gallman?
Oh, that boy went to let's run it back. He went to Clemson. He was with Deshaun.
Okay. Well, we know one thing for sure. This coming Sunday, the Chargers or the Giants will get a win. One of them will get their first win.
Are they playing each other?
They play each other Sunday.
So that means we also going to have to hear about, like we do every time they play, Eli versus Phillip. They connected at the hip from the draft, blah, 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 blah.
I don't like Dan McAdoo. I don't.
At least he got a haircut this week.
He just looks sleazy. Like a used car salesman.
I'll say he got a box of porn in the
I just
maybe even child porn.
Okay, they're 0-3 right now.
Damn, that boy from Loganville too.
Who?
Gallman.
Oh, for real? Okay. They're 0-3. Odell looked like Odell again. Now the last 2 games. Can they turn this shit around?
Well, Philly's 3-1?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. You know, this division is kind of crazy every year anyway. But they got to get a win this week.
But you know the one thing I liked about this week for them, the most important thing, Eli didn't get sacked. That's an improvement.
That's true. I mean, the last 2 games, the offense has come around. They just have no run game, so that's just not going to get any better anyway. So they're just going to have to rely on Eli throwing 35, 40, 50 times a game. And in order to be successful, they're going to need the defense to start coming up with some more stops. They're going to have to turn into a defense that only gives up maybe about 17 points a game. You're getting into these mid-20s, and you're going to be in games just like you were Sunday.
Tampa could go on a run. They get Doug. Is Tampa? Let me get an early prediction from you. New England goes to Tampa. They win that game Thursday night. I kind of want to go Tampa. I don't
know. I hadn't had a chance to think about that. I have to see about that one. I have to see about that one. Because we got good Jameis this week.
But they at home, though. A Thursday, a short week. That defense is ass.
That is very true. They got Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson and O.J. Howard. Doug Martin's back. I think he was just getting ready. I think you were just about to say it.
Yeah.
He's back. Dirk Cutter, you can get off of that bullshit about you don't know whether he's going to have a job. Because Jacquizz Rodgers and crew has not gotten it done so far.
Because if New England goes down there and lose that game on Thursday, them clam chowder, Sam Adams eating fuckers up there going to lose their mind. They are going to go ham.
It's damn sure possible. But we'll
see. We got a couple days before we got to do our picks.
They're in a weak division, so we're gonna see. New England on a short week. We'll see how it go.
Yeah, I mean they should be chomping at the bits to play this game though. They should be hungry.
They should be, but who is gonna check Mike Evans?
Good luck. If Kelvin Benjamin looks 8 feet tall, Mike looks 7 feet.
And Mike got better hands.
Yeah, he do.
And
that was a touchdown. He caught that. They took one of his touchdowns away Sunday. That was a touchdown.
Right. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be Butler on Evans. That's going to leave Stephon Gilmore and Deshaun Jackson. And good luck trying to keep up with him. We'll see how it go. We'll see how that go though.
We'll see how it go. All right, next game on the list, we got the Raiders and the Broncos. Man, I tell you what, I was thinking about a couple of our homegirls, and I was going to tweet about it, but I said nah, because I figured I'd get a curse word back. I was thinking about Danny Scales, call me Cali girl. Man, this season don't look good for them. This shit don't went left real fast.
Hey, man, my whole Super Bowl prediction is looking real shaky right now. You remember I had the Raiders over the Seahawks.
Oh, shit. Yeah. It's almost like, to me, it's like the offensive line done said, fuck it. They legit done said, fuck it.
One of the best offensive lines last year you're right, have just threw their hands up.
I'm actually, you know what? And I hate to say this shit is real blasphemous. Marshawn Lynch right now is more of a mascot for the city of Oakland than he is a running back for them right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think last week he had 7 carries. This week, 9 carries. And if anything, because I think this was another game I lost in our head-to-head, I wanted to call him like, hey, let me get a mulligan once I found out Crabtree wasn't playing because I knew they was done then.
Right.
But you would think with Crabtree out, Amari Cooper struggling, what better reason to pound the ball?
Denver has played, I'm going to put them in order, Melvin Gordon, Ezekiel Elliott, LaShawn McCoy, Marshawn Lynch, and have shut all of them down. Their running game wasn't shit last year. They are stopping the run this year.
Absolutely. So Broncos are looking back like an elite team. What did
Amari Cooper bring by the crib on Sunday?
Oh man, he didn't even bring it. He came empty-handed. He showed up hungry, wanted to camp out.
I'm gonna give you some numbers on Amari Cooper.
All right.
For this season in 4 games, 12 balls, 110 yards, 1 TD on 31 targets. And that's a number 1.
Wow. Well, no, he's a number 2.
Well, they got him listed as a 1, but he's more Robin than Batman. And I'm in my eyes. We talked about this shit last week, and there's another game to prove it.
I guess he is number 1. He number 1 for that right side of the field.
And here's another telling stat here. Last year in 16 games, Derek Carr was sacked. I'm sorry, 15 games. Derek Carr was sacked 16 times. 4 games this year, he done been sacked 8 times. 4 games. So he done got half of that total already in 4 damn games. Well, the total won't be as high this year because he's gonna be sitting for 6 games since Denver broke his damn back on Sunday.
Yeah, he's out. They saying 2 to 6 weeks. I heard somebody compared. I think Tony Romo had a similar. I think it was Tony Romo. They said had a similar injury and was back within a game or 2. So it's possible. It has a real complex name to it. It sounds horrible.
It sounds like a lot. Why they just didn't say he hurt his back?
I think they said it's just really kind of like extreme spasms. So it's just a matter of pain management and when he can get back out there. So if he has to miss more than 2 games, they're done.
Hey, man, the whole team is on E.J. Manuel's back, and they got Baltimore coming in. If Baltimore can't get right in this game right here, if they can't get right, they are the mascot for funny money going forward.
Is Flacco going to change his stripes over the next couple days?
You know what? I remember a couple years ago, we was on that, man. If I had a big game to win, I'd fuck with Flacco. Flacco don't look bad this year. I mean,
at the time it was valid, but yeah, he's fallen off of a cliff the last couple of years.
It's almost like he signed that check, that contract.
Not only, I mean that, and when Ray Rice left.
Oh, I ain't even think about it that way. Yeah. Okay, here's a concern for me in regards to this Denver team. The last 2 weeks, Trevor Siemian has not looked good at all. At all.
Whoa, his quarterback rating was 17 Sunday?
Yeah, that's what they had listed.
So they riding the run game right now pretty much. The run game and the defense.
Do you see what those wide receivers did? And both of them got paid?
Yeah, I mean, but
it's him.
They can't throw it to themselves.
Yeah, he's starting to look it's almost like it's 12 o'clock, he turning back into a pumpkin.
Right.
It really seems like that, but
he's gonna be able to hold it together in order for them to compete for this division and possibly a wild card. Because right now Kansas City looks strong.
I'm waiting to see on that one though. But they got this bye came at a good time for them because they got to figure that out. He's looked trash the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. He's got to do a little bit better. As long as if they can just depend on the run game and the defense, the only thing he's got to do is just not lose it.
That's it.
A la like a Alex Smith in the past, manage it. And just, you got an elite defense like that, just don't fuck it up. Is all they ask you.
That's his ceiling right there, 25, 30 throws. Just don't lose it for him. I mean, plus, he got sacked 4 times. So it's not like they're holding up, protecting him. But let me ask you this real quick before we get off of this. Are the Raiders done?
They are what? 1-3?
I ain't even looking at the stand. I'm looking at just going forward.
I mean, it all depends on Derek Carr back. Like I said, if he miss only a couple games, then they can get back in it. If he miss more than that, then yes, they're done. Even if he comes back within a couple of games, if they don't get this run game situation figured out and these receivers don't start performing like they did last year or something close to that, then yeah, they will be done. So
does Marshawn seem remotely pressed about running the ball?
They got a lot to figure out. Hey, man, we said it. I know I did before the season started. I don't think the hype of him coming back is going to equal the production. And so far, it's panning out that exact way.
I want to call for a mulligan right now on this Marshawn Lynch, Adrian Peterson trade bet we made. Both of them are ass. We should just strike that bet and just let it go.
I'm trying to think who had who. I took AP. I took Marshawn. Yeah, they both suck right now.
I think we should let that bet go and just call it
we got to ride it out and see what happens. Because at the end of the season, because the Saints running backs like to get hurt. I don't know what it is, but they, somewhere around the middle of the season, they like to get hurt and somebody else has to step up. So I think eventually AP is going to get a chance. It might end up being like 625 yards to 610 for the whole season. They might get 1,000 yards combined.
Damn. They got to ride him Sunday, though.
As a matter of fact,
get up against that Baltimore defense on Sunday.
As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and put that on the board right now for the remainder of the season. Can AP and Marshawn Lynch combined get over 1,000 yards? I take the over. I'm gonna take the over.
I'm gonna take the over because they gotta ride Marshawn at this point. They're not gonna put that ball in EJ Manuel's hand to throw it 35 times a game.
No, I agree with that. The problem is, I think Marshawn will probably end up with like 700 to 800, and AP gonna end up with like 200.
I don't even think AP gonna get 200, cuz. You know what? This is another one of them times where a cat just fell off a cliff, and we ain't even. I just knew he was gonna be an animal this year. At least get the goal line carry.
Hey man, it was a
What's that coach name down there? For the Saints.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton ain't even featuring him. Get in there, Kamara. Get in there, Ingram. Old man can't catch. Get in the game.
Now Kamara's looking good.
He ain't been hit yet. He's small.
That's why he can't get on the field, man.
That's how he looking right now at home. Why'd you put this shit on the screen?
For those of y'all checking us out on Spreaker, man, you have to check out the YouTube channel, man. We got this picture of AP looking like Donatello the Ninja Turtle on the screen. This is exactly why he ain't getting no burn right here.
Man, that's terrible on your part.
Hey,
that's
man.
terrible. Okay, let's get to an actual legitimate game, the last game. The Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams. I don't even remember what we said they would go, but I'm pretty sure we said the LA Rams would come in dead last in the division. No, either them or you would be dead last. It was a flop.
Yeah, it was us. I thought the Rams would be 4 or 5 win team.
Okay, so neither one of us saw this shit coming. Neither one.
I didn't see this, but I thought that they did have talent. It was just a matter of putting it all together, and I didn't know what the hell Goff was going to do. But
right.
Goff, the quarterback, they putting it together. We know the defense played well last year. They playing good this year. Gurley don't have to look at 8, 9, 15 people in the box. He had a career game, almost 200 from scrimmage, 2-3 touchdowns.
Gurley got 7 balls in the air for 94 yards off 8 targets. This season has only shown us how mediocre and sorry as hell Jeff Fisher was. Just trash, man.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher's garbage.
Garbage, man. But Dez had a good game, 5 balls, 98 yards, 13 damn targets though. 13 targets. I had Dez's numbers pulled up. Dez has 16 balls this year on 40 targets for 2 touchdowns, only 212 yards. We talked about this last week. We said Dez don't get no damn separation.
Right.
Why didn't they go out and sign somebody with some speed to him? Like Deshaun Jackson, he was sitting out there. Ted Ginn, little ass, he could have went and ran a go route for him. It's a lot of cats they could have picked up. I mean,
yeah, they could have, but for whatever reason, they decided that Terrence Williams is our guy for that position.
I swear, I thought they should have cut him 3 years ago.
I mean, he good for a 60, 70-yard post like once every 4 or 5 games.
Right.
That's about it, though.
When you're least expecting that shit, it happens.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you can count on consistently. Jason Witten, he out there looking like he running with cinder blocks on his feet. He's so damn old.
Man, I need a tight end, people. I'm catching L's at that position in fantasy.
a lot of people are because outside of probably 3 or 4 tight ends, the rest of it is garbage.
Oh my God, is that not the worst damn position? Oh my God. Anyway, I ain't gonna get on fantasy right now. That's another topic. Dak Prescott, 20 of 36, 252 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, got sacked 2 times. It seems like Zeke is rounding into form. It's his second solid game. We talked about Dez. LA got weapons on, man. You got to figure. You got Robert Woods, Sammy Watkins, Cooper Kupp. I can't name their tight ends. Todd Gurley catching out the backfield with Jared Goff and that defense. I mean, I know I've said it before on this show. They should be good. They got a team full of first-round picks. They should be good. You know?
Yeah. I think so far, Sean McVay is early candidate coach of the year in my book.
Can't argue with it at all.
What's different about Dallas? Because this is mostly the same team.
That offensive line don't look the same. Everybody been saying last year Dak had it real good because Zeke was running for 4 to 5 yards, 4 to 6 first down.
Right.
So going in the second down, only needing 2 or 3.
I want to say they had a minor change to the line. I think they lost one line.
Lost O'Leary. Doug Free retired. I mean, that's 2 cats off the offensive line. It's gone.
And I think they moved somebody from the left side of the line to the right side of the line. If I'm not mistaken, I think I did read or hear that. So, we'll see. Well, Dallas is 2-2, so they still in the thick of it.
But this is what teams wanted them to do. They said, "I ain't gonna let Zeke beat me. Dak gonna have to beat me."
Right.
And either way, they're playing with house money in my regard because last year they didn't know what they had at the beginning of the season with Dak. You got your franchise quarterback for the next 10, 12 years right now. You play with that house money. Let him get his mind right. Keep learning how to win. Y'all set. They're set for years to come. And you ain't got to pay them no time soon. So they're winning.
They have to do something with that secondary and that defense, though. That's
where Revis, man. Revis said he want to play people.
That's going to be their Achilles heel until they fix that shit.
Yeah.
Orlando Scandrick cannot be your best corner. I'm sorry.
He can't be.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God, he can't be.
Don't get me wrong. He don't suck. He ain't garbage, but he shouldn't be your number one. He got too much. He got too much time on his hands. He got Dre at home. He's not.
That's the best thing he got going for him right now. Is that he don't put a baby in Dre. That's it. That's it, shawty. Nothing else. Nothing. Larry Fitzgerald ate his ass alive last Monday night. Larry Fitzgerald, 45 years old.
You're right. I was trying to be nice, but okay, maybe we might have to put him in that garbage, bro. If the best thing about you is who you knocked up,
that's it.
Woo!
Every time Larry saw him line up, hand in the air, I'm open.
Oh man, I'm not Larry Fitzgerald right now. So
okay, move. Oh yeah. So hard to say goodbye.
Not his fault.
Okay. You look at the rank. You look at our sheet for the week. I couldn't remember what order we did the Power 5, so I marked through it. So,
for last week I got it.
Okay, you do.
Let's see. Last week you had in this order: Kansas City, Atlanta, New England, Green Bay, and Dallas. And I had Atlanta, Kansas City, New England, Green Bay, and Denver. My top 5. How you going?
Go ahead and do yours real quick. I gotta put mine together.
Okay. All right. So I know you've been on the last couple weeks. Finally, I ain't gonna say maybe on the bandwagon, but I see the light. Kansas City. Kansas City is the number 1 team. Some of it is actually from by default.
Hey, that's a backhanded compliment, you asshole.
You better take it how you can get it. I got Kansas City at 1. Even though they lost, I'm going to give them somewhat of a mulligan. I got Atlanta at 2.
Okay.
I got Green Bay at 3. Denver moving up from 5 to number 4. And I got Seattle getting back in the top 5. Ooh. New England is out.
Ooh. Okay.
I think Seattle's starting to round in the form. They line is looking a little bit better. Russell Wilson looking a little bit better. They put up points, big points these last couple of weeks. We know what the defense is going to do. So I got them back right there in my top 5. But Detroit is on their ass. Detroit on their ass. The New England's still around that field, right around that 5th, 6th, 7th spot for me. What you got?
All right, I got Kansas City. I'm going Green Bay next. I'm gonna go ahead and keep Atlanta at 3. They shaky as hell though, but I'm gonna keep them at 3. I'm gonna go Denver. I don't like what Trevor Siemian's doing right now, but they winning. And I'm gonna move Detroit back into that. I'm gonna keep them back. I took an L on that game against Minnesota. I thought Minnesota was gonna get it done, but I think Dalvin Cook getting hurt didn't help, and Case Keenum turned back into a pumpkin as well. So
yeah, man, I hated to see that Dalvin Cook injury, man. It's like, damn.
It was a bad week for injuries. It was a bad week for him.
It was. So now they got to depend on your boy,
Mr. 3.2 yards per carry.
Tavius Murray.
Goal line shouting. That's it.
Hey. Somebody got to run the rock.
They done. They're done. All right, let me give you my champs of the week. My champs and chumps. My number one champ of the week, I'm going with Todd Gurley. Over 200 yards in scrimmage and a touchdown. You catching out the backfield, boy. You trying to get that number one spot at running back. I see you.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to go with Cameron Newton. I want to say I had him as a chump last week. I got to give it to you. I know New England's defense is ass, but you made the throws. You were selling them shits 2 weeks ago. You got them in their hands. Good job. You got 8-foot-tall wide receivers. It ain't that hard. Number 3, the Denver defense. Hey, championship caliber, man. If John Elway could, I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't say Trevor Siemian wasn't solid 2 weeks ago, but things changed in 2 weeks. And he ain't look good the last 2 weeks. So hopefully this bye will allow him to get his mind right. My chumps, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler carried his ass over there to London and gave 2 fucks about what that offense did. In the last 2 weeks, the Miami Dolphins have put up a combined 3 points per game. 3 points per game.
And I drunk that Kool-Aid too.
I thought they were going to be solid too, man. I really did. Antonio Brown, AB, you getting between 10 and 12 targets a game. Ben missed you one damn time. And you going to show your ass like that? Throwing Gatorade bottles and swinging coaches off and shit.
Nobody likes Todd Haley though.
Nah, nobody does.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody does, but damn.
Keep your hands off me, man. Keep your hands off me.
10 to 12 targets a game. The one time you miss him and you show out like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it ain't like he in the contract year. You got your money already.
He got his money.
So.
And my last chumps, these are some SEC shout-outs. Shout out to that boy Bush Jones from Tennessee. How about them dogs? They beat y'all last Saturday, 41-0. Hope your house is on the market. You done told your kids y'all gonna be moving soon. And Ed Orgeron, they lost to Troy in Death Valley at home.
Paid them $950,000 and took an L. Cause
they lost to Troy. The homie Dave brought this up on Sunday, Coach Hammer. These 2 jobs right here, both of them called Chip. Which ones he take?
LSU and
Tennessee. Would he take the call on either one of them?
Oh, he gonna take the call because he want to get back into coaching eventually. So he gonna take the call. Everybody keeps talking about Chip and SEC. I don't know if that's really his. I don't know if that's really his fit. I still see him as a Pac-12, maybe Big 12 type guy, just based on the offense that he runs. You know, I don't
that spread. That's what you do to fuck with Saban. Spread them out.
Right.
If it was me, I'd do Tennessee to avoid Alabama until I got to play him in the SEC championship. If it was me.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way, but between those 2 jobs, who knows? I mean, I don't. For me, I mean, either one of them. But if I have to pick between the 2, I would say Tennessee.
Gotcha.
I would say Tennessee.
He don't seem like an SEC cat. You right. All right, what you got for your champs and chumps?
Speaking of team you just mentioned, I got my first champ, UGA, especially the defense. Them dogs look good. They look good with an R in that good. Good.
Didn't they move into the top 5 with that win?
Yeah, AP got them ranked right at 5, matter of fact, this week. It went from 7 to 5. So shout out to them dogs. Keep it up. From freshman quarterback, looking good. My second champs, Deshaun Watson in Houston Texans.
Balled out.
Again, 57-14. I don't know. Mariota went out of that game, I believe.
He was balling. He went out early in the third. He messed up his hamstring.
Okay. So
the game was over anyway.
I was saying he was there for most of the ass whooping. Then, yeah. He's supposed to be like that next golden child. Got your ass handed to your homeboy. So, Deshaun Watson. My next champ, Alex Smith, man. Alex Smith is out here playing unlike Alex Smith that we used to. He getting the ball down the field. He said, look, man, y'all not taking my job again. You know what I'm saying? Not without a fight this time. So just shout out to him. Kansas City is 4-0, and he looks best to me that he's looked in quite a while.
That's a big game they got coming up Sunday. I want to see what they do against Houston on Sunday night.
It is going to be a big one. I think it's in Houston.
I think it's in Houston.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good one. For my chumps, the New York Football Giants. You were 0-4, and you were my pick to win the division. The hell with you. Number 2, Sam Darnold and USC.
Whew.
Money. Oh, that money's so funny. That money's so damn funny. I'm talking about Monopoly money. Yeah, Sam Darnold need to stay in school another year, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So that was all I had for the chumps. I only had those particular 2.
All right, you said something and it hit me, and I lost it just that fast. Who was your third champ?
My third champ, Alex Smith.
Okay, I'm sorry. I remember what it was. Did you see what I tweeted on Sunday about Bill O'Brien? Bill O'Brien, you've been telling me for years he wasn't shit.
Oh, he ain't, man.
Finally got a quarterback that's going to make him look solid. He going to get an extension and ride off of this.
Damn.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
But the sad part is, as good as Deshaun looks, that makes you wonder how much of a damn fool he is for not playing in week 1 at the start when you had Savage in there. That just makes it look even dumber. Right,
like this had to have been going on during training camp too. So like,
right. All right, let's get
the first time he had a real a solid quarterback. Now Deshaun is still probably gonna have some peaks and valleys.
Yeah,
so it's a long season. The more tape get put out there on him, defenses will adjust. So it could be something like Dak did last year. Dak had a pretty unscathed first year for the most part for a rookie.
Yeah,
that's really unheard of for the most part.
Dallas got Green Bay on Sunday. Green Bay gonna beat their ass too. So they gonna be stressing in Dallas come Monday.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, let me get these piss to beds out the way and these savages of the week. My piss to bed goes to the New England secondary. You dead last in passing defense. It's not just y'all, because you're dead last in total defense as well. So y'all got to figure that out. Matt Patricia need to take that pencil out of his head.
He was on the sideline going off Sunday.
Yeah. Stephon Gilmore, they paid you a lot of money, homie. They paid you a lot of money. Shit ain't looking too good for you. My savages of the week. These are outside of the actual sports realm, but it's kind of tied to sports. Savage number 1 goes to Jay-Z for wearing that cap jersey, that customized cap jersey on SNL. He riding with that boy Cap, man. That's dope.
That shit was hot.
That's dope. My second one, this one's clean out of left field, but it was so savage I couldn't leave it off of there. C.J. Anderson, the running back for the Oakland Raiders, is from the Oakland area. His mama is a lifelong Oakland Raider fan. She told her son, I support you, but I will not go against the Raiders. He was at the game on the Denver sideline with the Oakland Raiders jacket on and CJ's jersey under it. Savage.
That's real.
I love you, but that's my team.
Hey, what can she say?
Shout out to you, CJ mama.
Absolutely. I don't have a savage this week, but I damn sure got a piss to bed. And it's going out to my number 1 corner, Rashard Robinson for the 49ers. Supposed to be number 1 corner. Hey, dude, you straight trash right now. You averaging like 4 or 5 penalties a game, I think I saw. You getting beat to sleep on routes. You costing us, homie. Rob Salia, defensive coordinator, it's time to put Dante Johnson in as a starting corner. Put Robinson to the bench. He need to go to the field and see the game for a while, and then maybe get back on the field.
Let me ask you this though: it's kind of working in y'all favor in a sense, if you really look at it. Because y'all damn sure in pole position for number one. But do you think y'all would take a quarterback, or would you bring in Kirk Cousins if the Redskins don't pay him?
I would take Cousins, flip that number one into a boatload of picks.
Right.
You know, I mean, we just got a haul for the number 2 pick last year.
Right.
If we could turn around and flip the number 1 pick for 3, 4, however many more picks, first and second round picks, and start, because now we got to start building up the offense. We went defense heavy the last couple of drafts, and we got some good young beasts on defense. Now we got to start getting some playmakers on offense, and some offensive linemen. So, Pierre is solid, but he can't continue to be our only option receiver wise.
We've been homeboys for over 20 years, and I'm gonna do this for you because you my homeboy. What size you want me to get that Sam Darnold 49ers jersey for you? What size you want?
Man, Sam Darnold needs to stay in school, man. Sam Darnold needs to stay in school. And if Sam Darnold keep doing the stupid shit that he's doing, I'm not even gonna worry about us taking him. Because Kyle Shanahan think he one of the smartest motherfuckers walking the face of the earth. He already thinks certain quarterbacks can't run his system. So if Sam Darnold out there doing the shit he doing, we ain't picking him. So I ain't worried about that.
I'm gonna get you a 2X. Gonna be homeboys.
If anything, it'll be Josh Rosen.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, he's in Cali. He right there in Cali too.
Yeah, yeah. Darnold look like funny money for real people. All right, we're going in the last call, and the way the last couple of weeks have been working, last call is basically our basketball section. That's just the way it's been working. So
roll with it, people. Roll with it.
Hey, Russell Westbrook, he finally took the bag. 4 years, $205 million. The Supermax has been undefeated. You've been telling me that all summer long. $205 million is a lot of bread to turn down over 4 years. I got a question further at the bottom, but I'm going to bring it to the top. Russell signing that 205, does that help them keep PG, or is he out the door?
I think it definitely helps. I think it's still 50-50 probably, right now. But Russell signing the extension. I think Melo he has an option for another year.
Yeah, Melo ain't going nowhere now.
Right. So it definitely helps. And if they can gel this, during this season and play well, end up top 3 or whatever, yeah, that can definitely bode good. Because, the good thing with the NBA contracts, before, like when Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, when these guys was the first one signing $90, $100 million contracts back in the day, them deals
like 7 years.
9, 10 years.
Yeah.
Now these cats getting double the money in half the time. So, 4 years ain't shit.
And I want to say Russell's, 28 maybe?
He's going to get another one.
He's going to get another deal. He might be 27, 28, give or take. 29 at the most. All right, next up. You after 2 A's, you are a father. Speak on this on LeVar Ball's situation.
Hey, now when it first came out, of course, we're talking about LeVar Ball pulling LaMelo out of school. So he's going to be homeschooled for the next couple of years. And he's just going to start training him. Now, initially, I was like, man, what the hell? But the more I think about it, I'm not as opposed to it as I was when I first heard it. I kind of like that he's bucking the system.
I got one issue with it, but go ahead.
I kind of like that he's bucking the system. Because I didn't know that LaMelo Still's got the scholarship offer to UCLA.
Yeah, that's a given.
See, my thought process when I first heard it is, okay, he's pulling them out because he probably know with the whole shoes and all that, it's going to be some NCAA violations. So he's going to skip the whole college thing and just have LaMelo either go straight to the league or go overseas for a year or so. But if he's still going to go to UCLA, it's not much different from some of these cats going to prep school, before going to college. So I don't really mind it as much.
My only problem is the actual interview I heard with Ramona Shelburne, and he basically said it was about the coach. He said the coach came in and said, them 50 shots he was getting in the game, that's out. And he was like, you do what I say, you're going to win. If that's the case, why don't you be the damn coach?
Oh, okay. See, I
didn't care for. I didn't care. It was about the coach. The coach wanted to come and actually coach the team. So you pull your kid.
Yes.
That's some bullshit, man.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Now that's funny because he got the previous coach fired.
Right.
And this is the new coach coming in, laying down the law, and Mr. Ball can't handle it. Okay, so yeah, that definitely changes.
And then he said, Chino Hills wasn't on the map before the ball boys got there. Of course, you come coach this team, you gotta deal with me. Who the fuck are you? Then why don't you coach the team then?
Where the fuck is Chino Hills? I mean, I know it's in Cali somewhere, but he said like it's Compton.
I mean, my brothers were homeschooled, so I understand that part of it. But if you pulled him out to spite the coach, that's suckerish, man. That's real suckerish right there.
That's a suckerific move right there. That's a suckerish move.
I didn't care for that at all. But LeVar going LeVar. So
yeah, that's whack. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's pretty whack.
Yeah, he said this shit on SportsCenter last night to Ramona was, just basically, you do it my way. We lost 3 games in 3 years. You come there, you got to deal with me. Man, I don't blame that coach. I don't blame him.
I don't blame you. And that coach is probably glad because 1, he don't have to deal with LeVar.
Yep.
2, I'm sorry, LaMelo sucks.
It's like he be throwing that ball with all he got, and it just so happens to go in. I ain't seen enough, but he probably gonna end up in Europe because the NCAA probably gonna flag him off top now. So it's probably the best thing. All right, something came down today that was pretty positive. You sent it to me earlier, but I was kind of tied up because it's the first of the month. The NBA is ditching the East-West format, and they're going to captains picking the all-star teams, kind of like in the park. Hey, man.
I'm loving it.
Raise a glass. Make innovative changes. Do something different. That's dope.
And we ain't got to wait 2 years before they do it. It's this year. So, so they said that they still going to vote, let the fans – the voting process is still going to be the same, with the starters being voted on by the fans. Well, it's going to be 50% fans, 25% is on the player vote. So I think the other 25% is the coaches.
Coaches, yeah.
Or media, yeah.
That's it. It's coaches.
That's still going to happen. So they're still going to have 5 East starters, 5 West starters voted. But the tricky part is those starters aren't necessarily guaranteed to be starting because after they actually pick the captains and they pick teams, they don't have to pick the starters.
Well, the captains are going to pick from the starters first, then the bench player.
Going to work?
Yeah. Okay. KD got to be first overall, right?
I was trying to figure out how you're going to determine who's the captain.
They said whoever's the highest vote getter in the East and West. So LeBron James, Steph Curry.
Basically. It's going to be Steph and LeBron, yeah.
So I guess they're going to flip a coin and see who picked first. KD got to be first pick. Got to be.
It probably go by, I don't know, record or some shit. I'm talking
about from the captain standpoint. KD got to be the first one I'm going to take.
It depends on how they want to. It depends on how they want to do it. I mean,
if I was LeBron, I'd pick a team full of warriors.
It depends on how they want to go, man. Steph could come out there and say, "Hey, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna play against each other out here. We're gonna get a fan something to see." So I ain't gonna pick KD. I might take. It's gonna be some gamesmanship there because.
What if it come down to LeBron having to pick somebody over Kyrie?
I don't think it will because Kyrie gonna be a starter. He's gonna be a starter.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. What do you think about the Cavs moving Kevin Love to center?
I think it's a good idea. It's just best to go ahead and start experimenting with it now. They got some flexibility because they're going to have to do some different lineups anyway until Isaiah Thomas come back. So they're probably going to be playing around with a lot of different things. I like him better. It could work him at center better than Tristan Thompson because he's going to give them another scoring punch at the 5 spot that Tristan Thompson can't bring. He's going to rebound. Well,
that and the fact that you got dudes who can't shoot and you need them to be able to get to the lane, so you got to pull the shot block out.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
We ain't even got to talk about this Coach K story. Yeah. The NCAA is fucked up. We know that. John Wall and Bradley Beal.
Go ahead.
These two might be the most disillusioned players. You can't tell them that they're not the best. You can't tell them. And they're talking about they don't like super teams. We like what we got. Miss me with that bullshit, John Wall. because you have been texting Boogie Cousins for 2 damn years. Miss me with it.
Was publicly recruiting Paul George this summer.
Right. You was Otto can go. We don't even need him. Miss me with it, cuz everybody's tooling up. You act like y'all better than that. You're not. Everybody wants to tool up.
And this my thing. What did he say? I feel like we're the best team in the East. I really do. Bradley Beal said. That's how I feel. That's how we feel coming into this season. John Wall says, I feel like I'm the best point guard in the Eastern Conference. Well, I can't really.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I can't debate that.
No.
Maybe people didn't get to see me on national TV as much last year, but they will this year. But long and short, what did y'all do to upgrade y'all bench? Because that was y'all problem last year.
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay. So, no, you're not the best team in the East.
The best thing they better hope to happen is New Orleans is willing to take Martin Gortat and a couple other suckers for Boogie. That's the best thing they can hope.
I think they really could have beat. They really could have and should have beat the Celtics last year if they didn't piss the bed a couple of them games.
Hey, FYI, John Wall, you pissed the bed game 7. Bradley Beal showed up. He carried y'all. Hope you shot jumpers instead of sitting there shitting on everybody else, talking about y'all better than them.
And dancing.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think they're better than Boston.
I was just about to bring that up. Would you take them at Boston?
I don't like that Boston team, and I keep hearing people talking about, they're going to challenge for the East. How?
I keep hearing that, and people saying that they're better than last year.
How?
Why? Because they got a couple of names. You got a couple of players that just happen to be all-stars. I'm sorry. Did you read the quote that Jaylen Brown put out?
Yeah, I saw that. Talking about the culture of the team.
Right. I mean, he's kind of spot on. You get rid of all your dogs. You get rid of the heart and soul of the team. And, yeah, I mean, he's a young guy, so he got to figure it out. And he said this, I think before training camp or whatever. But, yeah, it's some question marks there as far as what is their team going to be like. In
a 7-game series, I'm going to ask you this, and you can give me quick questions, quick answers because we got to get out of here. Who does Boston put on LeBron James?
Gordon Hayward.
Okay. Who's going to guard Isaiah Thomas? Don't say Kyrie.
Okay, I won't say it, but that's the answer.
Okay. Derrick Rose. Kyrie can't guard Derrick Rose. Jay Crowder on Hayward.
It's going to depend on the lineup, but Marcus Smart is going to be their best on-ball defender.
I forgot about him. That's the only dog they got left.
He's going to be their best on-ball defender. And Jaylen Brown can play some good-ass defense as well. But I think he's going to be more on the wing. But
Jaylen Brown's still 250. And Jaylen Brown, but about 185, 190, give or take.
They're not stopping LeBron. And then also you think about the multiple people that Cleveland or some other teams out there too, a couple other teams, the people that Cleveland can throw at Gordon Hayward.
We're going to find out about him.
I mean, they can throw LeBron, Jay Crowder,
Chumps,
Wade
in 10, 15.
You know what I'm saying? They can throw a multitude of players at him and lock him inside his own ribcage.
I'm just baffled. All I keep hearing is they got a chance to win the East. How? What are they seeing that I'm not seeing?
People are going off the thought process that they were in the Eastern Conference Final last year, and they signed big people. They got these big money players, and they think that they're better. And they think that they're better because they got Kyrie.
They about 7 deep with no legit big men. None. Man, please.
They're talking about all the people that they got rid of last year who are no longer there. Avery Bradley, great on-ball defender, probably his best one, gone. We know about Jay Crowder. We know about Isaiah Thomas. Okay. Then you start talking about some of your other glue guys. Kelly Olynyk, gone. Amir Johnson, he sucked, but he was a border. He would rebound. He started games most of the time. He's gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's disrespectful.
Who the fuck is left?
Hey, he does suck, though.
Hey.
He was 6 fouls.
That's about it.
But we're going to see. We got to get an NBA show in soon. We got to get an NBA show in because it's upon us.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we're going to be at the point we got to start going about 3-4 times a week.
I want to get an NBA show in because there's a lot to talk about. The season starts like the 17th.
Yeah. We're either going to have to do that or we're going to have to dedicate to doing like a 2-hour show.
We got to break them up, though. People ain't going to listen to us for 2 hours.
That's true.
They'll do an hour, though, because we're very entertaining and we bring legit sports talk and we ain't screaming at each other on some nonsense.
There you go. There you go. But again, people, we are wrapping it up for this is episode 51. Episode 51 of AA Sports, Straight Sports, No Chaser. We appreciate y'all tuning in on YouTube. Remember to watch, like, hit that subscribe button on there. Share that with your friends. Also, those of y'all that listen to us on Spreaker, we appreciate that. Tap that heart, hit that star, give us some love there. Also, y'all check us out on YouTube some. That if you only watch on Spreaker, check us out on YouTube some. So sometimes you can see the visuals that we give it. Sometimes these facial expressions that we giving y'all with these stories and this info, you know what I'm saying, goes along with it. So you got to tie all that in. Sometimes you can't get everything just listening. So we appreciate y'all either way. Hey, tell them where to reach us at on social media, man.
You can reach me at ReK6000 on Twitter. Holla at me, I talk sports. 45, you wasn't shit for throwing them paper towels at them folks today. You weren't shit for it.
Was he working on his jumper? What the fuck?
He was shooting paper towels at them folks.
I shouldn't even be laughing at that shit. Man, y'all reach me on social media, man, at Diego Barish, and hit us up on Twitter at AA Sportscast, IG as well on AA Sportscast, and also the Facebook page, man. Hey, we finna get out of here, man. I ain't finna talk about 45 tonight. Hey, for Uncle Hate, for Diego Barish, call. We AA Sports, baby. Straight sports, no goddamn chaser, man. We'll holler at y'all Thursday for our week 5 picks. I have a good 48 hours. Peace.